Okay, how about now? There we go. God damn, we had some weird technical difficulties there. How are we all doing? I think we're doing pretty good. At least we're doing okay over here. Let's motherfucking go. It's time. Come meet me in the room. Come hither. Let's go. How you doing? Are we good? Are we good? Are we lathered? Are we ready? Did you loofah properly? Did you get in there? That's what I hope for you. Ooh, yeah. Thank you so much, Adam. That's very, very nice of you. I'm feeling rested. Mountain Dew, hello. How you been, man? It's been like, I'm gonna say 4-5 years. Oh, I'm feeling damn good. Cream of the crop. Goddamn, we got Deluxe. Moist is here. Adam is here. Scotty, hello. Mountain Dew. What have they done to our game? I don't know, but I'm gonna go over it with you in real time. Riel is here. Hello. D-Bag, hello. Gun. Oh my god, everybody's here. Oh my god. So what I've got going on right here. No. Well, no. Tomorrow, yes. Today, no. Tomorrow, yes. Today, no. But we'll have to see here. Oh, I do? Oh, I do?
Nice, huge Ackman.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I went ahead and I fixed most of my sound prompts. I thank you, Deluxe. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, I went ahead and I fixed most of my sound prompts. I've had them offline for a little bit because I'm moving files around, and the Stream Deck is not... It doesn't figure things out on its own. It needs you to tell it exactly where the file is. So if the file moves, it's like, I don't know where that went. It's terrible. Oh, the party is right here, Funky Thunder. You're exactly correct. God damn. Yeah, so what we're gonna do today. Hairier though. Way hairier. Way hairier. You have no idea. I mean, I don't want to make this a whole thing, but I spend a great deal of my personal time manscaping. And it's not, it's for everyone's benefit. It's a thing. It's a thing. Oh, I was gonna shave and then I did nothing instead. Bro, listen to this. I'm on vacation right now. Hear me out, hear me out. I woke up at noon today. I stayed up till 4, which isn't that weird for me. That's not that weird. But then I woke up at noon. Dude, that means I got nearly 8 hours of sleep. That's like, I don't think I've done that in like a decade. It's been so fucking long. It's been so long. I am hyped. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't think I've gotten more than 6 hours of sleep. It's been long enough. I don't know when it was. It's been that long. I do not know the last time I got more than 6 hours of sleep, and I got probably close to 8 last night. Oh, I highly recommend it. Ooh, what are we doing? We're doing stuff. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna talk about some of the updates I have over here on monitor the first. I have pulled up the changes, which I have avoided reading. What does he think about my hypeness? Cricket is... He's all about the vibe. So if it's a spicy, sparkly air, Cricket is into it. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna do some things. And then he's massively disappointed when all I do is sit here. He's just like, what the fucking basically I'm good time blue balling him. The thing is, he gets so excited and then he's like, well, you just sit there and you That's not exciting at all. It is, for us it is. Sleeping after work? Yes. Yes. And waiting for work now? You know what though? The thing is, that 9 hours sleep, man, I hope that it does for you what this does to me. What I do, we're doing fantastic, man. We're only just getting started. I'm feeling perky and firm. I'm feeling fantastic, yet kind of like full though. I don't know, it's fantastic. I feel great. I feel very, 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 very good. And I wish that you could feel as good as I do right now. Yeah, here's the thing though. I normally feel like shit if I sleep less than 4 hours, and more than 6. Normally less than perm. Oh, Deluxe, you've done it. Yes, I feel perm. Now, I think perm is better because it reminds me of hairdos. That's a real do, not like a hairstyle. It's a do. You get a perm, it's a do. Okay, look, we're getting off topic. I need to get to the game. I want to go over here. I want to talk to you guys about what's going on. I have purposefully avoided. Yes, Deluxe. Yes. Exactly. So I want to go over here and I want to talk about some of these things. I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to see. There appears to be a lot to talk about. I have avoided reading any of the updates, so we're gonna get in there. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna give it a look-see-do, and that's pretty glonky. But yeah, we're gonna do that. So, if you would meet me over there on my monitor the first. Yeah. Okay, that was all very loud. Because my mute isn't working apparently. Just fine. Can we go through the patch notes? That's what we're doing, Deluxe. That's what we're doing. So, what we have here is fun. Can you guys even read this here? Let's get a little zoom. There we go. How's that? Is that better? That's much better. That's better. There we go. Now you guys can see it. So, the transitions are sick. Well, I'm glad you think so. And that should have been silent, to be honest, at least from my side, but make it so. All right. So we're talking about story. Ooh, I like that they gave us a highlight. That's kind of nice, but what are they hiding from us? All right. Story update. Word. R4 anomaly operation. Word. Been there. Kind of nice. Sweater Dev Team how to do a live stream. Hey. You know, if they want to cram into my studio over here, we can do that. That would be hilarious. I want to see how much taller I am than Musco. I get the feeling I'm taller than him. But in the last live stream, he looked so much like smaller than I thought he was. Because I've been watching this stuff for years, and size doesn't matter. But it's always like, he looks much smaller than Jackie. Could have been just the way they were sitting, could have been the lighting, I don't know what's going on. But I was surprised, and now I just want to know what the height difference is. It doesn't matter, it doesn't mean anything. I just want to know what it is. I want to see! But, here we are, we have the Manon Daily area, which I am ready to get wet for. During. Class balance. Several changes have been made. For a, what do you suppose this is? Are the opposite of the Doctor Who box, smaller on the inside than the outside. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah. I'm 6'4". I'm a taller fella, but I don't even think I'm that tall. I have friends who are 7 feet, so I don't feel like I'm that tall. I feel normal plus. We'll say that. I feel normal plus. I don't need unique shoes. I don't need custom made beds like my friends do. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm excited about that. I'm kind of excited about that opportunity, but I'm going through. I don't know if I'm excited yet, Orbithan. Are you excited? Are you excited? Is it really? Oh. I actually don't know, and I'm not saying anything. I literally don't know. It never comes to my mind. I don't think about it. Oh, Orbithan, they're gonna try and push us through a cheese grater tomorrow, and I'm gonna be there for every fucking millimeter that pops out the other side. These analogies are getting off topic. They're getting out of here. Is it really? Rev on the noggin, hitting things, and well, you know, it's good. Oh, yes, Iacona. I'm a little aroused and confused. You know how like you can hurt yourself in confusion? I've aroused myself in confusion. What we're doing right now is we're kind of knocking through some of these guys. I have purposefully avoided all of this so I could go through it with y'all. And right now, we're going to the class balance. This is odd to me. So they did put it in the highlights, so it's not like they're digging into the details, but they just said outright, several changes have been made for a better balance across the combat styles. 4 new tactical items are available in the supplies vendor. Why 4? Why not 8? User interface enhancements to improve player experience. We've made changes to the character window. Weapons in Outfitter. And combat style icons. Can I tell you guys, when they announced that, I realized that I'm part of the, what was the percentage up here? The 0.05% that actually were like, yes! I don't know why. I thought that was so sick. I am ready to go back to a red Sentinel icon. I know that's weird. I know, I get it. But I was so excited about that, and I'm still so excited. All right, back to it here though. Yes, so what we got is these chat and subtitles. Cool. I know some people need that. Like, they actually address some of the colorblind stuff. Kind of rad. New item ratings of gear have been updated. Yes, lovely. By completing conquest flashpoints and legacy operations. And PvP question mark? Hello. Whoa. 2 Lockhorn Swoter. Whoa. I can see that. Before you get your PC desktop? Yes. That's amazing. I can see that you have changed the name, and I'm very excited for you. Alright. Okay, here we go. We continue. Test your luck in one of the casinos. Yes, because nightlife is tomorrow with the new items, which I'm gonna get, and I'm excited about that too. So, basically, here's some of the general stuff, and small yield. Okay, that's fine. I actually really do. Yes, Adam, I really, really do want the Luger pistol. I want the gold-plated Luger. Change to go with the text. Okay. Related experience now correctly increases when a... Really? Okay, so there was a problem I heard with the rested experience. It looks like they've fixed it. Cool. It is now possible to see weapons when inspecting the character in the outfit designer. Word. Oh. Now, this is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. This is also kind of nice because this was... So if you guys don't know about this, there was a problem, at least I'm assuming it was a problem, and the fact that they fixed it means that they thought it was a problem too. With content that scales you down, most percentage-based stats don't need to be shifted down. Like alacrity. Alacrity, if you're not familiar, is the stat that allows you to attack and channel faster. And that doesn't need to be scaled down with your damage output. Yes, it does affect your damage output, but it's a percentage. It's a percentage. It isn't a flat stat that has an effect on the actual hititude, your actual damage, your DPS. It's a stat that will stay consistent when you are lower level and when you're higher level. Yes, it affects your overall HPS or your DPS, but that's factored in. And before this, that percentage was being adjusted. Oh, Sarah's here. What's up, baby? How you be?
Meow meow.
Meow meow. All right.
Can you open the server?
Oh, sure. Yes, I did say hit it too. Yes, I hope that's not a problem. I really also hope I didn't just dox myself. Nope, doesn't look like I did. Thank God. All right. Sarah and I play Minecraft, and it's on a server that I have here on my computer. We don't play with other people, but there it is. So, boop. You should be good, doll. All right. So,
Thanks.
No problem. Oh, I just said it. I said it just now. I think it was the first time it's ever been said. The Field Respecialization Legacy perk now appears as an unlock option in the character window. That's kind of nice, because I was shocked when I couldn't change a character, and I realized... Probably not. Probably not. She's assuring the dog, by the way. She's not assuring you, Rocket. She's assuring the dog that he's fine. Although I'm sure you are.
He's a hungry babe.
I'm gonna turn your volume down just a little bit here. Alright.
Hungry dog.
So, let's see. The field respec, improve the visibility and the materials received from the deconstruction window. Kind of nice, because it literally goes invisible right now. Kind of lame. What are you gonna do? Great. Okay. New loadout no longer created with the closing the loadout window.
Is this your matcha latte?
Nope. Augment's working in PvP again. Yes, I saw that. How very nice. Fix the issue where tacticals of players 15 empty slots. Whoa, really? That's funny. She does have a cute voice. She's a cute everything. Preview window now controls a bit out of the character's level. Okay, cool. Previous buttons in the outfit. We can actually zoom in on the weekly Wednesday giveaway. The GG will now have abilities to zoom on things other than the ass. Okay. Weapon not equipped. Yeah, I've actually had that happen. I had that happen to me yesterday. No more butts? Well, I mean, there will be butts, Orbithan. Let's not kid ourselves. It's just that now we'll have other options. We can keep butt as a prominent piece of our repertoire, but we're gonna be able to like look at guns and stuff if we need to. You know what I'm saying? So, fix several typos in the game. Word. And the currency tab no longer shows the PvP season tokens. Yes! Good. I think I have like one. I really hope that doesn't mess with all my stuff. Oh, really? The environment no longer disappears. I've seen this. I wasn't streaming, I don't think, but I have seen this one. Well, yeah, see, now we'll be able to shift upward to show the torso. Equipped relics no longer display the upgraded okay, yes. Cannot be changed back to choose your origin story. I've seen that too. No, but here's why. It at best is within the realm of something like Annie or Watchmen. Same. And that's where I need to reshift my focus. I need to turn my attention to Watchmen because my goal is to do, I'm actually not sure. My goal is to do, I would like to do hard mode R4. And I don't mean tomorrow, I mean eventually. But that means for me, I need to focus up. I need to learn a rotation. I need to get in there. I need to actually do the work. Combat is fine, according to what I've seen about tomorrow. It's going to raise the DPS with the proper tactical about 4K, which is huge because that's damage per second, right? That's not nothing. Apparently, we'll have to see how it works. I was talking with Slide about this on Saturday, and he said that it was okay. He said that it was not bad. He said that it's basically an easier way to... He was saying it gets up to 28 after... he said that he was testing it, he said he got to 28. Which is still not... It doesn't touch the big boys. And this is part of why... Really? At least for the first boss, sure. Well, and he said that it's basically just an easy rotation to get you 28 damage if you hone it. I don't know. To me, it's like I can if I spend some time with a practice dummy, even without a very good rotation, I can hit 28 on concentration right now, and so I'm not like, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I think it's gonna be fine. It'll be less of a meme, but it's still pretty funny. I don't think it's not back. It's just not as shitty as it was. All right. Customizations are now locked, cannot be changed to go back to choose your origin story. Hilarious. Renamed the guild perk, operations profiteer. Well, okay. Profiteer to option smuggling. Weapons with specialized visual effect on fire no longer trigger the animation when the character uses abilities they did not require. Okay, cool. I didn't know about that one. Too much target switching on IPCT for Watchmen, and Zealous Sleep is terrible for concentration spec on that boss. Sure. Does it push you off too far? What's the deal with the Zealous Sleep? Is it just not enough range? Like, what makes it terrible? Into hazards, okay. I know that, like, with so if you guys don't know, if you're like, why is that? What does that mean? Zealous Leap allows you to leap to a target within 10 meters, which is kind of goofy because it basically takes you to the edge of a hitbox, and that sucks. So here's an example. Right now on Temple of Sacrifice, the operation, there is a big floating orb thing from Skyrim that you have to fight, and the Eye of Magnus that you have to fight is just kind of sitting there, and if you use Zealous Leap on it, you fight it right there. Yeah, another one is the HK fight. Fucking ridiculous. But the if you use Zealous Leap on the Eye of Magnus, you actually go backward to the outside of the hitbox, and it puts you in danger and kills you a lot of the time. So this is one example of where something like Zealous Leap, due to the mechanics of the game, is really, really bad. And so what it sounds like Iacona is saying is that there's possibility for things like that here, because the floor is lava in the R4 first boss, which is what he's talking about. And so if you do the R4 first boss and you leap to something, the hitboxes are big enough, it sounds like, if I'm interpreting correctly, where it basically just puts you in a shit. You're just bleh, and it's not good. It's not good. Good to know though. I mean, this is important. Take a look. It's in a book. Iacona's telling you about it. Yep, puts in the wrong places. Yeah, yep. So, hey, that's good. Thank you. That's good, man. That's super good. Weapons and special visual effect on fire. I read that one. So no longer a subscribe now. I wouldn't know about that. The cartel market window is now always available when syndicate plans are to. Cool. Extremely helpful in that fight too. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's a moving motherfucking fight. That really might be worth pursuing. Shit. Hey, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Just slay. Cartel market. Oh my god. Baby progenitor feeding tank decoration. Okay. Items and economy. Tactical items listed for the vendors. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, visual bug, texture clipping issues. Oh, I need more of this in my life. I don't know about you guys, but a game where can we say half fair of all the outfits have a cape or a cloak that has some kind of a dangle to it? I think half is fair, right? 40% to be conservative. 40% of the outfits have a dangly bit that all clip through mounts. I'm just I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not. But it's, you know, it's a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Yukona, yeah. Huh. Huh. Okay. Okay, great. Daily matrices tooltip now correctly mentions daily resource matrices instead of aquatic resource matrices. Well, that's alright. Yes. Yes. Updated description of the following items to correctly mention those that can be found in the spoils of war vendors on fleets. Word. Okay, so I don't know. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is kind of neat. Restored the legendary implants color scheme. Yes, thank you. This was actually kind of funny to me because when I went in there, I was looking at the different tacticals and I was like, this is a tank tactical. Like it was very, very silly. There seemed to be some very, very interesting ones. I was pretty excited about this one. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Unusable galactic command crates. Wow. I just kind of feel targeted right now because I have some of those, okay. Opening grade 10 treasure hunting loot lockboxes. Level 80, no longer drop on level 80 items. Okay. Onslaught equipment crates, no longer contain amplifiers? What? You're kidding. That's fucking hilarious. That was a thing? How does that even happen? Like from a coding perspective, how does that even happen? Huh. Oh. Alright, cool, alright, cool. Visuals. Combat styles, here we go. Oh, dude, got a fucking vape, bro. Alright. Okay, last a second longer and heal for an additional 5%. So they're kind of just buffing that. Great. Now, okay, I've said this before, as somebody who doesn't really play much combat. In fact, I laugh at it a lot because it's pretty funny. Combat and Carnage have been underperforming for the Sentinel and Marauder. And they're doing some things here to buff it. This is apparently the tactical they're adding to the game, which if you're asking me, this is the coolest part about the tactical. The fact that it's called the Shard of Mortis. It should give you an O-face. It's given me one. I'm so completely pleased, and I hope, although I doubt, even though I doubt, this is foreshadowing. I know it's not! I know it's not! I know better, and still I dream like a fool! But I want this to be foreshadowing. And if you don't know what Mortis is, go watch the Clone Wars, because why haven't you watched the Clone Wars? Dealing damage with Massacre, Blade Rush, basically one of 3 attacks that Carnage uses. Grants a stack of Hyper, up to a max of 3. For each stack, your critical hit chance increases by 25%. And the Rage Focus, cost of your next Massacre Blade Rush increases by 1. Hyper lasts 6 seconds and ends after dealing damage with an ability that isn't Massacre/Blade Rush, generating 1 Rage Focus per stack removed. Boy! Oh really? Is that high? Shit. A buddy of mine was reporting 28, but that's pretty damn good. That's very good. It's very good. This seems convoluted. And it's easy to understand. It's not like you can't figure it out. It just seems... What is the reoccurring phrase in... What's the reoccurring phrase in Rick and Morty? That seems like slavery with extra steps. This seems like more DPS with extra steps. It just seems like... I don't know. I mean, fine. but it seems like they're adding a lot of things in here. Why not use lot word when few word will do trick? Well, sure, yeah, and one and not just the words, but the components that factor into this. So if they need to tune it down, now there are many more variables that could be contributing to too much damage. And so now it will be, in my opinion, you've added more variables to what could mean it needs to be tuned up, needs to be tuned down. Either one. Combat was doing even more than Carnage because it was bugged to refund more. See, this is like, that's hilarious, first of all. That's really, really, really funny. I did not know that, and I think that's very, very funny. But this is one of those things that it's like, I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Commando gunnery, murder, okay. Reduce the cooldown of death from above, mortar volley for 20 seconds. Whoa, that's Jesus. That's good. Okay. All right. Gonna use a lot more death from above. Shit. Mando assault specialist. Exploding thermal detonator, assault plastique with early mag shot, mag bolt causes your next power shot. Okay, cool. Go boom in a big way. All right. Okay, so here's the combat style changes. To the Vanguard, pulse cannon is now correctly. That makes a lot of sense to me. They have had a game parse through all current equipment and remove subclasses for amplifiers. They didn't change the box reward from amplifying the amplifier. Probably how it happened. Okay. Third time they tried to fix that Vanguard bug. I thought they had, and I was like, damn, do I suck? And I mean, like, while some of you are saying yes audibly, okay. Maybe I don't suck that much though. I just thought there was something wrong. I was like, Jesus, is it me? I thought they had fixed that. Okay. Vanguard now correctly builds energy loads. Sure. I don't know. Is this the one you were talking about? Because I won't believe it till I see it. Is this the one you're talking about? Or Iacona, sorry, I said Iacona. Iacona, is this the one you were talking about? Because this is the one that I think they keep fucking up. Yeah, okay, that's the one I thought you were talking about, and that's the one that I thought, I was like, damn, is this not working? Hello, Titan Bjorn. It's, you know, it's a Sentinel. So here's the thing. This has been broken for a long time. This broke right after Erica started playing. So it's been a long time. It's been a year, I think. Yeah. So this has been, they've like fixed it a bunch, but it hasn't worked. I don't know what's going on with that one, but I don't know. Power tech, okay. Power tech, shield tech, ion overlord now applies shock to all targets. Okay. That's pretty funny. Assault specialists. Okay. Increase the periodic damage bonus, slow burn 30% up to 25. Really? Really? Now, this is kind of funny. Hey. How's it going, Mac? This is good. I don't know. I haven't played Mando. I haven't played Merc in a long time, like DPS. I would be curious to find out if this is enough, because I know they were really underperforming. I would be very, very curious to know. Oh, interesting. See, I thought... I noticed this, and I was like, damn, I must have just fallen off. I thought that it was me again, that I was like, I just didn't read it, I guess. Maybe they changed it. But it was not doing it. Interesting. Cool. To 35 seconds, down to 45. Okay. Dirty Kick now has the same cooldown and cost as the operative's ability Debilitate. Isn't that nice? Very, very, very courteous. Okay. 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 Dirty Fighting, Blood Sights no longer increase bleed damage by 10%. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Jerry-rigged mods additionally give Charge Burst deals additional elemental damage to targets affected by interrogation. Okay. 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 Sniper redesigned the augmented shields passive mod. Additionally give when taking damage. Okay. Virulence, engineering. I wish any of this made sense to me. I'm outside of it. Oh, really? Snipe deals additional elemental damage to targets affecting by interrogation probe. Did they really? Hello, hello, hello. NCC, how you doing? I'm having a great start to the week. I'm on vacation. Yeah, like I was reading this and I'm down from 5%, down from 10%. Man, I don't know. Interesting. Anytime they adjust the damage, like tuning down the damage on snipers or gunslingers, it's always weird to me. I've not been aware of a time that gunslingers or snipers were way overperforming. That doesn't mean they haven't been, or that there hasn't been a time like that, but I'm personally unaware of that time. And so whenever I read about like a nerf for sniper gunslinger, I'm always like, huh. Center point, when AoE damage is triggered, no longer. Oh, okay. Now correctly works. That's good. That's what you want. Early update stream or usual time. Oh, it'll be usual time. Usual time. Usual time. 3 abilities that would end up shooting. Yeah, I don't think I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there for that. That's pretty awesome. Why no marksman buff? Yeah. Yeah. Lightning deals the same damage, saves mirror ability, power and force. Cool. Type on the tooltip, focal lightning, passive. Okay. Okay. Inspiration is now granted at level 51 instead of level 60. Who cares? Who cares at all? What?
Straighten up, Sterling.
Whoa. Okay. Redesigned defensive role passive, which is now called Steel Self. And which now does the following. Increases internal and elemental damage reduction by 3%. Activating Inspiration, Rebuke, or Transcendence. One of these things is not like the other. Inspiration, a raid DPS buff. Rebuke, a personal 20% reflect, 20% damage mitigation on you, less than 0.0000001% damage reflect on the enemy, or a movement speed increase slight increase of DR for the team. That's really funny. That's really, really funny. These things have nothing to do with each other. Is better than what they had the last time they posted. 30% redux on it. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. That's okay. So increases the internal elemental damage reduction by 3%. In addition, activating Inspiration, Rebuke, or Transcendence reduces the damage you take from area effects by 30% for 10 seconds. And then the nut kick. Wow. This is now only available for combat and watchman disciplines. All right. Okay. Reduce the ability recharge time for Force Clarity by 15 seconds. Okay. Rush down. Passive ability for clarity. Huh. Okay. Fix an issue with the Burning Zen mod where charges of Zen were being consumed from the damage dealt from Burning Zen. Hello. It was take cover, which would buff their damage. Little droid that would float around the enemy's head that would explode when you use snipe. Oh, no shit, that was the one shot? No shit, no shit. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, the explosive probe, yeah. Huh. Increase the damage buff from the opportune attack on Clashing Blast. Okay. Redesigned the quickness mod. Dealing damage from Atari form reduces the cooldown. Oh. Combat Trance, passive of the following. Execute is consumed by Blade Storm, Clashing Blast, ability one rage. What the fuck?
Hush.
What the fuck?
You're fine. You're okay.
All right, man. The immunity effect cannot occur more than once every 30 seconds. So it's the same thing that you get for doing Force Slow or Force Crush with the Concentration or Fury spec. You get that whenever you use that with an internal cooldown of 30 seconds. It's the exact same thing. It's just that the thing that's so weird to me is this. This is the weirdest thing to me. So if you know anything about the combat rotation, precision is a personal buff which applies. Is it 2 or 3 stacks now? I don't remember. Yo, how you doing, man? We're just going through the notes for tomorrow. We're just checking out what's going on. 3 during Zen. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. So it gives you 3 stacks. Okay. Okay. So ideally it's 3. I mean, you're gonna activate it when you have Zen, so you have 3. That's the. And you also want to be able to pump out as many moves as possible because you need the, well, anyway. The point is, precision grants 100% armor penetration. Cut through, like a saber through anything. And so it's weird to me. It's used right before you go burst heavy. And I guess the idea would be that when you use it, you don't want to be stopped from your high burst. because you have a window where it's the 3 buffs or the 3 stacks, and then you have your Zen window, and it's a tight, and perhaps you used an adrenal. I don't know. Maybe you have inspiration on 2 if you're magical. I don't know. You have a tight window where you're gonna do the most damage in your rotation. And I guess the idea is that you really don't want to be interrupted during that burst window. That's gotta be it, right? Otherwise, why attach it to precision? Anyway, concentration. Reduce Zenith's crit chance damage. Good. Perfect. Just doing too much damage. Redesign, gravity vortex. Whoa. So this is where they're putting it, huh? It was just attached to the move. Well, no, I guess they took it from the move. They did put it, that's right. So Force Crush is what I was talking about. Interrupts and da. Really? Okay. So it's okay, interesting. Okay. Not bad, just Changed the level 60 passive Gravity Defiance, which reduces the rage cost of Obliterate. And Force Crush by 1. Changed the level 60 passive to Gravity Defiance. Oh, okay, because they, okay, gotcha. No, I get it. No, I get it. No, I get it. Yeah. Bloodthirst is now granted at 51 instead of 60. Blah, 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 blah. We already read all that. Okay. Guardian. Reduce the damage done by the Branding Burst mod by 50%. Reduce Zenith. Oh, yeah. And removing a couple panes, too. You can see right through it. Okay. Mastermind Flashpoints are now only available in Group Finder at level 80. Checks out. Players can no longer select a flashpoint from the Group Finder window if they already have a mission for the same flashpoint. Okay, sure. The exit area button now appears on the mini-map! Hey! There we go! Now it's not just the people who've been playing the games since before the update who know how to leave, huh? Says it now. Instead of, hope you've played before. I think about the new folks. That's where a lot of my thought goes to in a lot of this. Because, you know, we've been around, we'll figure it out. But, you know, if you're just stepping into the game and you're like, how the fuck do I leave? And you have to, like, log or whatever. Taking too many. Well, no. I mean, it's been since 7, or since 6.0. What's this one? No, it's based on the difficulty you queue for. Some say they're still in Hammer Station to this day. Sure. God, okay. Players are now correctly scaled to level 65 inside of all Star Fortresses. Luckily, no one knew this was a problem because nobody does Star Fortresses. Woo! Dodge the ball on that one. Oh, thank God no one found this out. Yeah, I mean, it's with the difficulty you're queued for. The combat support droid now, okay, great. Battle of Rishi, rebalanced. Ooh, very nice. What's a Star Fortress? Exactly, Scorpius Raven, exactly. That's hilarious, Deluxe, yes. Objective Meridian. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay. Tauadur uses Blade Storm, less frequency. That sounds nice. isn't that a server? I mean, I wouldn't say it's a main server. It's a server. I mean, it's a server, but it's also some pretty mind-melting content in the game. It's not even bad, and from a story perspective, it's good. But I have all of the achievements for the Star Fortress stuff, which some can tell you about. I'm not even gonna go into detail about how much that meant doing them. It's anyway, the Red Creeper. If players die and respawn after the flashpoint has been completed, players now go through the flashpoint and the loot. Oh, that's kind of nice. I want that for everyone. Secrets of the Enclave. Okay, cool. Operations General R4 anomaly. Sarah, could you say something, please?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. The R4 anomaly operation story mode now available through Group Finder. That's gonna mean a lot of very upset people. People are asking for a meow meow proof of life, I think is what it is.
Meow.
Yep. Iacona is exactly correct. RIP. Hey, you know what? Good luck. And I hope you beat it, Pugs. Good luck, Group Finder. You guys can do it. They can't. They can't do it. They can't. They can't. A lot of moaning and groaning. Oh. No, she doesn't have it yet. No, she doesn't. Boy, that's pretty funny. The Operations Terminal offers weekly missions for level 80 characters only. Well, I mean, cool. Reduce the health of all encounters. Huh. Should have read this one before I read this one. What? Whoa. General. Operations. Reduce the health of all encounters across all operations in all modes. Yeah, I'm remembering our fight on Saturday. Yeah, Exodus. Interesting. I was thinking the exact same thing. My actual thought was Isaac's there. So this is one of the things. So one of the problems right now, so nobody's cleared everything in Nightmare yet. At least there doesn't seem to be anyone who's cleared the hardest difficulty content yet. And right now, mechanics and boss damage seem to be, and correct me please, but that seems to be the biggest hurdle at the moment. Like, people are getting one shot, like the groups are being killed too quickly. Not the other way around, not the bosses are not being killed fast enough. Like, one of the examples is that, like, hard mode Isaacs is one-shotting the party. Because it does like 500,000 damage. So that's interesting. I don't feel like vague is the problem. I'm interested to see how a lot of this plays. So I'm reading a lot of these, and I have my personal thoughts up and down on a lot of this. But okay, well there we go. That answers that. Style of communication has been less is more. I think that's kind of a CYA kind of thing. The less you say, the more you can move it around before you push it out. Well, some of it will for sure. This is part of what I mean when I was talking earlier about the new combat. Fuck it, who cares? The tactical that's coming out where they have like 4 things happening from a single tactical. And it's kind of like, you know, no testing community input, throw in the last second, and it's baffling. Well, you know, here's what I would recommend, and I mean this sincerely. Oh, okay. I was logged out because I was just sitting there. Want to buy Phasebok from Marauder? Yes, I agree completely. Here's what I want you guys to do. If you have feedback, positive or negative, leave the feedback, and I can't stress this enough, in the most polite and formal way you can. Imagine, there are people reading these, okay? So if you send feedback and it starts with, hey cocksuckers, that's not a good way to start a dialogue. Now, if it's me, it's a great way to start a dialogue. That's hilarious, and generally speaking, if that's how you pop into my chat, you're gonna get a reaction. That's funny as shit. But not in a way that you actually want change. That's not gonna happen. I would say, imagine it like Scotty here says, imagine it's a work email, okay? Well, they do have forums where you can post feedback. And somebody goes through it. I'm not saying it's one person, it's like a team, but somebody's gonna look at these things. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to get an answer. No. I want my outlaw cost. Look, what I'm saying is this. If you have feedback, provide the feedback. Just make sure that it's being said in a way that a person use some empathy, use some future thought. That a person would receive that information and be like, well, you know what? We got about 14 of these people saying this one. Actionable feedback. Yes, don't just present a problem, present a solution. I don't like this. Okay, Timmy, you don't like your dinner. What do you want to eat? I don't know, I don't like this. All right, Timmy, you're shit. What the fuck do you want to eat? Yeah, exactly. So look, my advice to you is provide feedback, but do so in an adult way. And I don't mean XXX kind of an adult. That's a whole different website, I'm sure. But provide feedback, man. They're providing. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I'm just saying, if you want to provide adult feedback, go to Pornhub and submit your comments there about Swoder. Thoroughly confuse them. Here though. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think so. But what I'm saying here though is provide feedback. Do provide feedback. Do it. If you don't like the way your game looks, provide feedback. Constructive feedback. Just be grown-ups. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the clan, warrior.
Yo, Scary Bear. Nice to have you. What are you doing, Steps? Well, okay. See... It's not even my real stepladder, you guys. It's only my stepladder through marriage, okay? It's not even like... I don't know. It's like a step stool twice removed. 2 Jedis, 1 holocron. Sure. Alright, so here we go. We continue. That's right. I have seen that, or heard of it at least. I think somebody mentioned it in here. Feels more like they're just like, fuck it. Well, I think that I think that if we have input, ideas on how to fix the game, things that we have a problem with, here's something. If 20 people, okay, 20 is not a big number on a game where thousands play. If 20 people say, hey, there's a problem with this, and they present different solutions on how to fix it, two things have happened. One, the development team has been notified that there's a problem with that thing. And they've actually seen multiple people saying, hey, there's actually a problem with this. 20 people came in pretty quickly and said there's a problem with this. And they have a palette to choose from. Myriad selections to say, hey, that's good, but I want to tweak that. Let's work with that. They go in there. If you comment Mountain Dew and you say, I would like to say, for the record, everything is working perfectly, there are no issues. That's probably not going to be changing the game. That's going to say, oh, we're good. If you really do feel like there are no issues, submit that feedback. But I would suggest playing the game a little more if you think there are no issues. The operations of the PTS nerfed. I don't know, and I was wondering the same thing below me. I know. I'm super, super curious. I'm super duper duper curious. I don't think they're available. Working as intended, LOL. Yeah. So this is interesting. I mean, the story mode is available through Group Finder, which is LOL. That's the definition. Gods of the Machine. Damage done by enemies has been reduced in all modes. Okay. Hateful Entity. This is hilarious. Do you think the people who beat Hateful Entity are like, why didn't it drop tech fragments? You think that's a thing? You think people who are beating Hateful Entity are like, no tech fragments? This is horseshit. If you don't know what the Hateful Entity is, it's a rhetorical question. Nobody who beat the Hateful Entity is like, I wanted tech fragments. No one's thinking that. Okay, I don't. We're not even gonna get into that. The dreadful entity is now dropping tech fragments. Thank God. Yeah, exactly, Scotty. Exactly. Thank Christ. Sure. Alright, fine. That's fine. I don't care. Fine. Damage done by enemies has been reduced in all modes. Is that on top of the reduced health of all enemies? So on Nature of Progress, they do less damage and they have less health? That's interesting. Firestorm Grenade is now consistent because sometimes it isn't, and that's hilarious. Missed a couple of patch notes from the class. Balances before 2. Vanguard's now 60% AoE, DR, 50%. Whoa. They missed a couple of patch notes for the class balance changes too. They did? Holo characters are now correctly centered above the. This is hilarious. I've seen this personally. Okay. I would like to say it's a good thing nobody had to find this out. I'm assuming this is all data driven because nobody in their right mind would play a Star Fortress to find this out. So, thank Christ. Remember, we're getting a new gear. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a good thing to mention. Players can no longer claim Revan's weapons from the companions and contacts window when he's not an active companion. Huh. Theoretically, yeah. Theoretically. The correct lightsaber now appears in the cinematic Weapon of the Jedi. I'm not concerned about that because as a Sentinel, my life as a saber wielder is silly and full of billies. It's very, very silly, and there are many billies. If you don't know, if you're a Shadow or a Sentinel or their counterparts, whenever you go into a cinematic, there's all kinds of chicanery. It's hilarious. It's and you just kind of live with it. You're just okay with it. It's just fine. You get over it. That's what I'm saying. It's fine. Who cares? Fixed texture issues on the cinematics chapter. Okay. Feel the wrath. Jason Williams is, and I don't like to say this because there's a whole societal weight to calling women crazy and calling women a bitch. But Jason Wilson, I always say Williams. Jason Wilson is a crazy bitch. She a crazy bitch. She's like, if anybody's ever heard the story of the gal who I knew for years named Jessica, it's like Jessica the person if she was super into you. Yeah. They made a song about her. Really? It is funny, isn't it? Concentration, says Sterling, versus distracted, says Sterling. Which is which? Which one am I more concentrated on? Okay, so they did some general tweaking. They better not have touched Treek 2 N2, okay? They better not have touched my Treek 2 N2. My little abomination is just fine, thank you very much. You don't touch him, her, it, they. You don't touch they. Okay. Level 60 character boost token. Brokay. Arenas and war zones. The following missions now reward tech fragments for players above them. Yes. That thing is definitely in it. I love it. The war front, zero tolerance, and how do we stand? Word. Use the Tommy gun. Have you seen mine, Niner? We should check that out when we get in. Okay. Okay, that's pretty funny. I didn't know that was a thing. That's fucking hilarious. This is really funny. I did not know that. That's really, really, really funny. Dude, that's really, really funny. Oh my god. That's amazing. And it better have been fucking yesterday that they found that out. Really? You did? Was it yesterday? Because if it was further back than yesterday, this is not good. Oh no. Oh my god. Who's sitting there clicking on the things, I don't like you? Is that how you did it, Mountain Dew? You were like, no, go away. Just clicking on your buffs? Your debuffs? God, that is so funny. Okay. Oh, okay. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Is that what it was? Like... No! Oh, so somebody showed it to you. So somebody else was just sitting there, I don't like you, go away. When they should have been playing? It's fine. I mean, they figured it out, that's hilarious. Several times, really? Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, Nashda, unruly patrons, casinos, Nashda, now correctly scaled. Okay. That was really, really, really funny. I watched Sarah get dominated about 4 times last year. That was really, really funny. Because she's like, I have a level 15 character. I would like to participate in nightlife. Went in, crushed. Fucking hilarious. And she's like, can you guys help me? And Andrew and I are like, with what? Like, you're fine. It's not a problem. Went over there, and like, sure enough, she's getting stomped. Oh boy. Yes. That was not that long ago. Yeah, it was not that long ago. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. Okay. This is all pretty silly. Okay, so that's the end of that. So Iacona said that's not everything, right? Dude, you know what's crazy? I still click the same button. It was click the mouse wheel for me. I still hover over people and click it. I had to take away, I forget what I had there. I think it was something like an adrenal or something like that I'd moved to that. I had to unbind it because I just keep clicking. Out of habit, to like buff everybody around me all the time. I see level 10, buff, 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 buff. Go to Tython, everyone gets a buff. Yeah, dude, Rocket, right, exactly, Rocket, right there. Yeah. Okay, what's this here? Confusion. No exact start date, so there's nothing new here, okay. That's your auto run? Okay. You think so? Iacona suggested that they didn't even post them all. I'm interested to see. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna show you guys my beauty, my pet, my darling, Treek 2N2. Some of you will want to laugh and point. Some of you will want to shut it away in a basement and flood it with, I don't know, chlorine gas. Wrong. I doubt C2 Treek 2 breathes. It wouldn't be that effective. But hey, here's what we're gonna do. It's okay, you guys. I know how to play this game. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna look at my bouncing baby it. Hello. Top tier glitch. Okay. Where did I put her? It. Them. Okay. Here we go. Come on out. Come on out, honey. There you are. Oh, precious. Yes. Treek. Treek, clearly. Come on now. Let your claws grow. No, 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 no. Let your claws grow. Treek 2N2's claws grow when it walks. And I like the way that it pushes its chest forward. No, nothing. Nothing is, don't you listen to them, Treek 2N2. No, nothing is wrong with you, my bouncing baby it. No, don't you listen to them. You let your claws out. You be the beautiful thing that you always were meant to be. When the scientists that made you, they knew what they wrought. So here, put your claws away. Put your claws away. People are scared. Okay, now let your claws out. Go ahead. Oh yes, there. Doesn't that feel better? Doesn't that feel better, Treek 2N2? How did I make this? This is my child. This is my child, okay? You would not insult someone's baby unless you had a really, really good sense of humor in front of the parent, would you? No. No. Likewise, I would ask you, please divert. No, I don't want anything fixed. It's perfect.
Welcome to Carrick Station. Due to
No,
increased security levels, all visitors
after
must
the
register
fact.
with essential
We call it a
security
botch.
before using
It's your
station
bedtime? Well, hey Gaines, I'm glad you stuck around for when you did. Loosen up. Oh, loosen up.
It's time to keep it loose.
I suppose I can. Agains, thank you so much for stopping in. Hey, make sure you're here Wednesday for the giveaway and Friday for my birthday. I'm gonna be giving away probably two Opal Volptillas. And tomorrow's Tuesday. I can announce something tomorrow. Oh, I heard popping. There's something that I can announce tomorrow that I can't even talk about today. Oh, there was a nice pop. Oh, that was nice. I've been waiting for that all day. I spent a great part of my morning just stretching. I guess it was afternoon. I woke up at noon today. Oh, it's nice. It's really, really nice. Oh, have I? Oh, that's interesting. It has nothing to do with me. It's just that there are certain legal documents that prohibit me from saying anything. I probably even said too much. Oh. Well, okay. You can't now. Well, I mean, you have to. But, I mean, I'm just saying, Wednesday's the giveaway. Friday is the goods. And so, you know, we're gonna have goods on Wednesday, of course. But I want to celebrate my birthday by giving you guys some stuff. So we're gonna do that. Ooh. I like the rave. This is nice. This is nice. So, holy shit, we've already been streaming for like an hour and a half. Fuck me sideways. Alright, so I'm gonna put Tree 2 and 2 away. Love you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Got up at 6, went to bed at 8. It's not bad. You got some sleep in there. It's just that it was a little off-centered. Alright, let's do this. Let's go to, I don't know. I'm always a fan of Bae Vizsla. She does that damn. You know what I mean? That damn. You pull Vizsla out, and the first thing you think is, damn! It's true. That's a fact. Alright. To the quay with me. Boy howdy. Sarah, how you doing?
Okay.
Doing okay? Alright. You're in Minecraft, is that right?
Yeah.
You know, we need to change this music up. That's what I think. It's replaying the same thing. Epidemic Sounds implemented a replay playlist, and then made it automatically engaged for everyone. Automatically without any kind of say so. So I always wait for like the music to stop, and then I check out whatever else is going on. Yes, Orbithan, that is what I call it. That's what it's called, isn't it? Minecraft? I'm pretty sure. It's short for Sarah's Struggle. Oh, that's a really dumb joke. Shells, if you know what I mean. But, I guess I should put this on. OBGYN is back. I haven't seen OBGYN in a minute.
Difficulty breathing in Bandit's atmosphere may rent a suitable respiratory apparatus at any ticketing kiosk.
Wow. Well, okay. Oh god, what is this? What? How is there a video specific? Of course there is. I mean, look, I don't know what to say. Dude, there's no way that's real. So if you guys don't want to venture a click onto what was just posted there, Fuckboy gets Mein Kampf instead of Minecraft for Christmas. All right, so that guy he died. Okay, good. I was gonna say there's just no way, man. Okay, good. Without watching the video, I don't know. Of course. Hello? All right. Let's go! Here we blow, here we blow, here we blow now. Hut. Game it. Here's the system. I'm here to game it. Let's go. Ooh. That's the TD. I love it. Let's hit the speed buff. What's up, baby? How you doing? Come on.
That's how it's done. Oh, the frog dogs just pulled the ball handler apart.
Now it's my turn. Ooh, yeah.
Spectacular Rotworm's play.
All right.
Get a cleaner, droid.
Yes, it does. There's a cooldown. Unfortunately. And that corpse is getting fucked up. I went to the wrong end zone. Here I am bragging. Shows you what I know. I'll tell you what. I actually forgot entirely that I have to buy these. Oh my god. I actually had to buy these immediately. Holy shit. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry team for fucking up the score and also for not being present while I fucking buy these. Oh boy. So if you guys don't know, I think most of you guys do, I do a great giveaway every Wednesday, but it means having a shitload of crates handy, and they have to cool down. They have to cool down for like a day and a half. 36 hours. And what that means is buying several hyper crates and opening them, because you can't just have the hyper crate, you actually have to open them. Alright, cool. You have to have them opened. And that's how they start their cooldown process. And alright. Stop hitting me with lightning, you're so mean. Alright, that guy's anyone. The cooldown should really start with the crate. I mean, I would like it to, personally. It would definitely help me in my personal struggle. I'm also, if I'm being honest with you, and we talked about this a little last time, because there were some pretty reasonable explanations that came up as to why someone might need that cooldown to be present, and that's all valid. I just don't, man. Yeah, I just kind of have the argument that there's not a need for the cooldown in general. Like, I kind of get it. Like, what if you accidentally bought the wrong thing? Yeah, but for the cooldown to be relevant, you would have had to have already tried to sell it. I accidentally bought and then accidentally tried to sell the wrong thing? Seems less likely. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Five 0. Do I have my daily? No. So it's time for me to make love to this fire jet. Yes, I know. Yes. Perfect. So, do you guys know how when you go into a flashpoint, you automatically pick up the weekly for the flashpoint and the mission for the flashpoint? Like when you queue for it? What if, and I'm gonna put this out there, just a little bit of, it's kind of crazy, I really should have gone there. I'm just not even focusing today. You should have, in my opinion, the same luxury in PvP and Starfighter. Especially for Starfighter. In Starfighter, you do not have an option to pick up the mission after you have started. You do not have the option. You're in. One for trading is silly. If there is a cooldown, it needs to be less than 36 hours. Yeah, man. I don't know. And I know that, like, not everybody's in the same boat as me. Like, they're not all, like, doing a giveaway. That would be crazy awesome, but it's just not realistic for everyone, right? That's kind of what I mean. Yeah, is that, like, when you queue for it, as soon as you enter, you get the daily and you get the weekly. That's what happens for your missions on Flashpoints. When you go in, if you make a queue and it's queue random and you have all 24 set up for your queue, or whatever, however many there are right now, I don't know, 28, I don't know. And you get Athos. You don't have to be like, fuck, I didn't go select the mission for Athos. You are given the mission for Athos, and you're given the weekly for Veteran Flashpoint. Even after you, yes, exactly. Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah. It's kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny. Blasphemy, heresy. Oh, heresy, you say? We'll talk about heresy later. That's actually going to be the mission today. Talking about heresy. What heresy means in the 40k world. Why the term is used. What are the implications? Quite so. Quite so. So, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna have a normal...
Welcome to the clan, warrior.
Implied Spectre. Hello, 40k fan. What we're gonna do... Ooh. What do you need to know? We'll go over everything. We do it every week, to some's displeasure. I would say that some people are probably like, get on with it. But we gotta go over it every day. Do know that if we don't meet up, I basically will meet with you guys. I'll go out of my way. We'll be able to make it work. But I hang on to your stuff for 3 weeks. You have 3 weeks to hang on to it. Already gonna follow because you recently got back in disorder. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Well, get this. Get this, Implied Spectre. So, can I call you Spectre? Did the double mission, double session Saturday? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. We talked about tech priests. What Riel is talking about here is that I am putting in 10 minutes you do have to be in stream, but you do not have to be in game. Don't worry about that. You can play from your phone at the grocery store. Not a big deal. I will cover all that, but I will hang on to your stuff for 3 weeks. You have a 3-week window to come get it. And if somebody wouldn't mind typing in !win for me, you'll see the list of things that people have and have not collected yet. Well, just the things people haven't collected, actually. But thank you very much, Leggett. So, Spectre, here's the deal. We are going to be doing a Dark Heresy campaign in stream. If you're familiar with that, I hope you are. You'll know that it is a 40k tabletop roleplay session, and I've personally written and GM'd 4 of them. I've played in 8. I have some experience with them. I like it a lot, and I've been told I'm okay. I'm being modest, but I've been told I'm pretty good at it. And so I'm hoping this is gonna be a good time. Rogue Trader and Deathwatch, never Dark Heresy. I like Rogue Trader and I like Deathwatch. But my favorite is Dark Heresy. And it's imperfect, but we're not gonna be playing directly from the textbook. We're gonna be doing a very slightly homebrewed. We're not gonna take it crazy, it's not gonna be anything crazy, but it simply is imperfect. And not that we make it perfect, but there are Necronomicon. What? Huh? We're gonna make some tweaks because it doesn't play. It's not. It gets weird if you follow the rule book exactly. Things get dumb and it starts to fall apart. So it's gonna be. We're shooting for a 20 session campaign, which is just 3.5 months. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, the thing about it is that, like, I don't care about your ammo count. Make an effort to buy ammo after every engagement, and that's all I can ask for. If I've noticed that nobody's made an effort to buy ammo in a long time, I'm gonna start being like, hey, how much you got? And that's, you know, yeah. And so when you start to nitpick and you start to do that, where it's just, the game starts to fall apart, especially if you're following the rules for psychers. And I'm not saying that there's gonna be like psychers left and right. There's not. In fact, nobody's allowed to roll psycher. Well, I mean, you know, it's gonna be in las packs if you're using a las rifle, short for laser rifle. Very cool. The point is, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go. We're gonna talk about a lot of that as we get to it. But the reason that we're doing the 10-minute segments is to kind of introduce people who have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Just give them a little idea, a little peck, a little taste of the good stuff. Pretty good. It's pretty good. And it should be fun. The one that I'm writing is the most ambitious. Well, I mean, good luck getting a chainsword as an Arbites in a hive city, because that's the breakdown. The one that I'm writing is my most ambitious campaign yet. It's ambitious. It will involve a 4-tiered hive city of 1.2 billion souls. And going to give us a break off the 40k bar. I like what you did that. That's good, that's good. 1.2 billion souls, 4 tiers, and there will be 4 groups. I've worked it down. No, it's gonna be 4 tiers you can actually queue up for, basically. You can sign up for one of 4 meet sessions, depending on your availability. And those 4 meeting sessions will be the precincts of the offices of the Arbites of this hive city. And so, depending on your availability in real life, it will determine what precinct, so to speak, you work for. And if there's less demand, we'll shrink it to 3 or 2 or whatever to meet the goal. But I want no more than 5 in a single meet. So we'll will have opportunities for a maximum of 20 player characters. That's a lot. But it's segmented, and yeah, I think people are gonna have a good time. I think people are gonna have a good time. Do conquests reset weekly? They do. They do. Sure. Sure. Big bow anime chic. Oh yeah, for sure. Uh-huh. That is ambitious. It is ambitious. The thing is though, is that as long as you keep it separate, think about it like this. Infinity War should have sucked ass. The movie Infinity War should have sucked. Why didn't Infinity War suck? Compartmentalization. Infinity War didn't suck because the people who wrote it didn't have everyone fighting Thanos at the same time. They compartmentalized different plot threads that, yes, all together came to a head. But they didn't have everyone standing in a circle around Thanos trying to hit him at the same time. That would have been stupid. So many other movies. No, I haven't. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh no, I ended it too soon.
The attacking team is attempting to establish a beachhead on a protected coastline. The attackers have landed at a captured bunker. The defending team is entrenched in its own bunker. Each side must attempt to secure at least 2 artillery emplacements to penetrate the opposing bunker shield. Whichever team destroys the opposing bunker wins the exercise. Good luck.
You're seeing a timer? Yeah, it's the weekly reset, which is kind of nice because you get rewards every week. I'm thinking I'm going to be putting more effort into the resets next week, just kind of passively, because I'm going to be working on getting my Manon rep up, like I'm assuming a lot of you guys are, starting with tomorrow, right? That's next week. So I'm personally going to be trying to pump out that Manon rep. Alright. Sarah, what you up to?
Building
Building what?
the other half of my little city.
Sarah's building a seaside city. Sarah builds seaside cities by the seashore. Taco Bell, meow meow? She had Taco Bell last night.
No Taco Bell, meow meow.
I was out on the treadmill. I had done my lifting, and she like opens the door to our garage, and it's like 100 degrees in there, and I'm just like jogging. She's just like, "What's up? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Not much. Not much. Were you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And it's like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Yeah, what's up? And she's like, "Oh, I was just thinking we could go get Taco Bell." And I'm like, yeah? Yeah, let's go. And so I like finish out my mile and we go get Taco Bell for her, and I went to a different Mexican place in my area here but unreal. Unreal. Yeah. Ooh. No, I mean, I don't. Yeah, they have like bean burritos, but like, I would rather go get a bean burrito with like pico de gallo and, you know, the offerings of a less Taco Bell establishment, if you know what I mean. A little less Taco Bell. What was that?
Rude.
Did you say rude?
Rude.
I'm not, unless you're implying something. I mean, I don't know what you're saying exactly about Taco Bell.
I'm implying that that's a rude thing to say about Taco Bell.
Rude? Rude? Me? I never. A mucho gusto. No, there's no mucho gusto. More? More of the bell? Sarah, how long is our hike tomorrow? It's not super long, right?
I think it's like 3.5 miles.
3.5? Really? Is that the long one or the short one? That's nothing.
It's a long one.
That's the long one? Jesus.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Don't give her any ideas. I don't need more bacon smell in the house. Hello? Hello? It's me. Hello? Oh! Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. You remember running a mile in high school. Never again. I understand. A hug for you as well, Crazy Cuppy. How you doing, man? Bacon strips for the... Oh. Look, so back before I became a vegetarian and all meaning in life was sapped from the world, I used to, whenever I cooked meat, always gave some of that to the dog. Whatever the dog was, whoever the dog was, if there was a dog present, I'm a mouth watering. Look what you've done. Oh, by the way, did we get an exclamation point, Scotty's B? I don't think we did. I was distracted. Distracted, I tell you. By all the updates. There it is. Thank you, Jagasi. Appreciate you. God, I'm vibing tonight. I feel so damn good. I feel so good. Look, this is what it's like. I'm on day 1. I got full rest. I'm recharged. And I'm ready to go. God. Oh. Here's what would happen. If I was like a full-time streamer, first of all, it's not viable. We've already been over about how that's not a thing. But if I was, here's what would happen. I would be like, well, I have all these extra hours in the day. I should be doing other work. And I would do something else. Like, it would be... I just... Bacon? I don't think so. 20-minute 40K. I don't think I'm going to do that, but because that's too much. That's too much 40K for one session, for one go. It's too much. What's up, KMS? How you doing? You going to get some God's run? Well, no, not quite. Because tonight we are doing the... I was actually down. We were planning on doing gods until we didn't see Iacona on Saturday. And then we went with Nature of Progress instead. Which was hilarious. But that was really, really funny. Like, we did like 2 little damage. It was so, or like too much damage to the Trandoshans. Super duper weird. Super duper weird. But yeah, I'm still down for that, but just not today. Easy mode gods will be much better. I agree. After tomorrow, I agree. Easy mode indeed. Not story mode. Easy mode. I'm definitely down. I'm down. Also, if they're lowering everything across everything, then why don't we start doing hard mode EC. I want to see what that looks like. K killed on train. K killed no train. Taunt. Well, we already used the revive. It's on cooldown. Yeah, anything. All right, now whoop his ass. Whoop his ass. This was awesome. Yeah, I forgot about this. Jesus. You got to 0% health? Wait, you just killed him?
What?
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, we actually just killed him. There was no train mechanic last night, which is not normal. Yeah, that was awesome. I don't know what that was about. Thank you for the clip over then. I have to. Actually, that's what I should probably do tomorrow. We're going on a hike tomorrow, and we have the battery, we have the SD card, we have the GoPro. We should be able to get the whole thing written down. Should be good. Yeah, we're the train. That's right. Chugga chugga. Calm down, Guardian. You'll get your attention. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Whoa. Somebody better nerf concentration. Oh, wait, they are. Wow. Okay, good. Because I was not really performing there, and I somehow hit over 3 million, so. And this is without the augments working. I have all gold augments. Oh, Jesus. It's up to you. Well, I'll do it right now. Here, you sound like Urban Sasquatch, so I'm gonna give you an upvote. Let's go. Huntmaster, no Shelly coming soon. Yeah.
I turn them to vegan. I'm really a creature. She sent me the beacon. I beat it and flee it. They tell like these niggas won't beat me. They can't. I'm somewhat tucked off. I'm late in the shade and I'm counting mine. Still ain't made it. I'm jaded. My latest, my greatest. I ain't ever caving. They see me. I'm him. I'm a gym in the soil. It's by the time I've been after mine. I'm one with the culture. They more like a gimmick. I'm
all right. So. Oh, here we go. Are you doing the hiking and such tomorrow on launch day? Yeah, I am. I sure am. I gotta go touch some grass. That's right. Yeah, I have actually. I'm on vacation right now, technically. I keep saying that because I don't normally take vacations. The last one I took was when 7.0 launched, and I was actually very busy that whole time. That was a. Damn, 6 months ago. Unreal. What was I saying? Last vacation I took was 6 months ago, and it's kind of funny because, yeah, and there could be. I'm also for an update. Granted, I think it's going to be a pretty important update. It's not going to be. No. I took it when it was locked in. Oh, no. No, I have a very... My employer is fantastic. We have... We're good. We have, and I'm at a little higher position, and so for me, I accumulate sick days and vacation time as I work. I also have bereavement time. I also have family care time. I have mental health days. I have they take care of us. It's just you know, I like to work. I'm a worker. So He's got unlimited. I don't think so. Not unlimited. Not unlimited. I forget who it was. Somebody was like, oh, what would your boss say if he found out you were taking a week off for 7.0? Hell yeah, man. Dude, that... Well, first of all, think about joining us in the game. We'd love to have you. Second of all, you got me right here. You got me right here. I'm glad, man. I'm misty today because I have no AC, but that should be different tomorrow. So you'll see a little less misty Sterling tomorrow. Man, thank you. That's so nice of you to say. All right, I have a minute. I have to make good on the keep it tight, and I have to make it good on the hydrate. So what I'm gonna do, I'm all out. I'm gonna get one of those, and I'm gonna come back. 50 seconds.
Traded sides. I'm up now, don't hit me to make it right. I'm at a door, I've been taking mine. Scared of the heights that I'm reaching for. Don't even know what you're reaching towards.
Like, you guys need a ride? Anyway.
Don't even know what you're reaching
for.
Start now. Hurry to the fire. On me to his racks. On me first class. Then he got a pat on me. Let the chain dangle. Bitch, I'm raiding the mainframe. Turn my
Erica's leaving. She's really moved out. Oh yeah. The boss takes off. Oh, I'm here. I'm pillaring up. What's up? Drop the stream. Appropriate shit in Discord for me. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Why don't we have that yet? Oh, it only just started. Gotcha. Ooh, okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna have to look at it. I've been hurt before. Eureka. Yep. Yep, it just made sense when we moved in together. But she's like, hey, I wanna, not. And we were like, okay. so she's moving out. Noise. I got them whores. Alrighty then. 3. You never see her in... Oh, okay. I gotcha. Misty Sterling. That's not a bad idea. There's the facts. You already go appliances, court. Well, so here's how it's gonna work. So, we have a 3-bedroom house here. And, tomorrow will be the day. Tomorrow. But the way it's gonna work is like this. This AC right here, we have a it's one of those towers that like has a piece of it that's in window. And so the in window portion will be in the window, obviously. But there are tubes that go from the window to the machine itself, and they're very, very, very lengthy. And basically, that half of the house is on one breaker, this half of the house is on another breaker. It's just gonna go live on that side of the house, and because all that's gonna be here is Sarah, myself, and the dog, I'm not even gonna close the door. It's just gonna be a cool house with all 3 of our air conditioning units running all the time. With, my studio door open. Should be good. Yeah, should be good.
It's not over. Attack.
So it's gonna be nice. So it's gonna go live in that window, in the other room, and it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be nice. Should be good. We could do the extension cord method and just leave it right here, but then I wouldn't be able to leave it on during the stream because, Cricket gets Erica's old room. Well, what's kind of funny is that I don't know what we're gonna do with it, and I'm, like, if you guys could see our garage, we don't have that much stuff, but it's like, I would rather have an almost empty organizational box in its place on the shelf with a note card labeling it than have it sitting out or in the wrong box. So for me, we have 3 of those big industrial Costco shelf things with 8 of the Costco bins on each shelf with stuff in all 24 of the bins because things have a place, and so it's not like our organization. I mean, we have all of our stuff organized. It's all in the right place already. It's not like we need a room for office stuff. I legit don't know what to do with it. I'll, I guess, ask around with my friends. I know some people they're having hard times right now. We might see if people, I don't know, need to buddy up or something. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. 40K wargaming room? Maybe. Sarah and I do okay though. We'll be fine. I'm not worried about us managing, but I know that other people. We'll ask our friends. We'll see what's going on. Make sure everyone's doing okay. Otherwise, we just have a kind of a vacant room. Pool table? I mean, maybe. I do suck at pool. Andrew housemate? If Andrew lived in the area, yeah. If Andrew lived in, no question. Yeah. He lives in Southern California though, so that would be difficult. Sarah, what do you think we'll do? A Jedi meditation room, sure. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. It would only be 100 degrees here. Actually, it's not even going to reach 100 today. Foosball table, sure. Yeah, I'm up here in Oregon. Katie is blue to do it, sure. She does love him after all. Daddy. What's up, bruh? What's up? I'm in Oregon. I'm adjacent to the city of Portland. If you know it. I don't want to say what city, but it's near to the city of Portland. Just to kind of place it. It's not terribly far from, well, I don't have all my organs. The city of coffee, bro, if you freaking knew. What's kind of funny about that is that there's actually, in my experience, more coffee shops in Washington than there are in Portland, but that's a whole other thing. Coos Bay? Oh my god! Which do you export? Do you export crippling, depression, or methamphetamine? If you guys don't know, Coos Bay has 2 primary exports, and that's both of those. Which one is it? Which one? City of Roses? Yeah. It's true. And weirdos. We have a lot of weirdos. But we love our weirdos. It's not a bad thing. Weirdo is a good thing here. Oh, from Eugene. Oh, okay. It's a steady stream, so we know that you guys are putting in the work. Your export game is on point. Is it nice in Portland? It's beautiful. But we do get a lot of Deluxe's homeless. Huge number of them. And the cops are really mad at the citizens right now. And so, what they've done, and this is openly discussed. It's actually not a... By the way, I'm not taking anybody's side here. This is just a comment on what's happening here. Do I raid in this game? Yes, I did. What's really, really funny is the, how's the stream? Stream's going fucking fantastic, thank you. The really, really, really funny thing is that yeah, that's right, is that right now, in Portland, for some reason, the cops are really mad at the people, and so the cops' retaliation is not dealing with or moving or in any way pressuring the homeless people to move. This is the most bizarre game of chicken I've ever seen, and I have no comment on it. That's just objectively what's going on. I have no comment on this. We're not even going to talk about it, but that is a thing that's happening here, and it's the weirdest thing in the world. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, it's just a thing. Kitty Trees, how you doing? How is the cool air treating you? What's going on? No, it is. It's unreal. I don't even know what to say. I know. It's the weirdest thing. It's amazing. Oh. I'll tell you what. You can ask me tomorrow. I'll tell you how mine is tomorrow. I don't know. It sounds like a dream. It sounds like a myth. Oh. So some of that Kool-Aid, I don't even have any. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't like, it didn't quite hit 90 degrees today. Yeah, like Kitty was saying. Yeah, it didn't quite hit 90 today, but it's good. It's good. Fine. It's fine. Okay. So I'm going to buy all of the pieces for my PC. I'm probably not going to have it assembled right away, but I'm gonna buy all the pieces this week, like tomorrow. Yeah. And oh, it's this. I mean, it's the same. It's the same PC. It's just that I have a 3090 over here that I need to implement, and then I'm giving my 3060 to Sarah, so she'll be rocking an i9 and a 3060 and 32 gigs of RAM, I believe. Whereas right now, she has an i9, 32 gigs of RAM, and yeah, baby! Fucking clutch. Yeah, she's a pretty good rig. She's not like a 1070 Ti right now, I think is what she has. She has a 1070 Ti is what she's working with for her graphics card. So she's gonna go from 32 gigs of RAM and an i9. It was basically built around the fact that she was gonna get a new graphics card. And I'm just gonna give her my 3060 and then just use literally this i9. I'm sorry, this 3090 Ti. It's literally right here. Speaks to me. But
welcome to the clan, warrior.
Yo, Froggy, what's up? Oh, yeah, I had to basically buy a new PC around it. Yeah. It's a chunky boy. Yeah. It needs a 1200 PCU, which is girthy. Froggy, how you doing? Baby, welcome in. Nice to have the wave. Nice to see you here. Oh, you're poor. Yeah, pretty much. I need a 1200 watt PCU and yeah, and I'm gonna be a lot poorer after that because I need to buy a cooling system, which by the way, found out, almost zero of the current water blocks fit the 30 series, which is pretty great. So if you want to water cool, and I do, a 30 series, you need to buy a 30 series water block, to attach, which is $150 on its own. Then you buy the $150 to $200 water cooling system, depending on what you get. Then you buy the $200 PCU that I have to get to run it. Then, because you can't fit it all in the case that I have, you need to buy a $200 case, roughly. And that's after the $1,500 $30.90. So, what was it? The message that you were hearing, Orbithan? You're poor. You're poor. That is accurate. That is accurate. Fucking ridiculous. I'm estimating. I don't know. I mean, conservatively, it's gonna cost me more than the figures I just gave you. But I mean, you know. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Fair enough. You're right. For me though, I think it's gonna be better to be liquid cooled just because this room just doesn't breathe very well. Even after I have AC, I'm actually concerned about it. I'm actually concerned about it. It doesn't breathe very well. I have a lot of soundproof tiles on the wall, like most of the room is soundproof tiles. And I have these thick light and soundproof curtains. I'm honestly, and it's not a big room, and there are a lot of lights, and it has carpet in it. I could, but it would open me up to the rest of the neighborhood, which means sound outside coming in, and open the rest of the neighborhood up to me. And that's the thing that I'm actually the most concerned about. I did mention that we have an HOA, and the homeowners association here, they're like exactly what you hear. So I have a feeling that myself carrying on all hours of the night at the volume and intensity that I tend to, probably gonna bust some balls. Get a liquid-cooled gaming chair. I need one. I know you guys didn't ask for this, but I was uncomfortable when I sat back down. There was small fans you can mount top of your doorways. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Really, it's not a bad idea. You were the shadow in the corner of your room. You were always around. Damn. That's creepy as shit. So, I'm gonna go... one more round. LTD cool chair video on YouTube. What? What? For real? I won't be doing that. I mean, I'll look at the video, but the coffers are getting drained. Love having them in the kitchen. That sounds like a really good idea. I like that. We have a 3-bedroom house here. I don't know. I think... What do we put in the third room? Oh, by the way, can we get an exclamation point kitties into the chat? Please! Please! You play for a couple hours the other night. It's beautiful you figured out third person. What? What is this one? The third room, well, I mean, I guess. So we have the studio, we have the office, and we have the bedroom. Sure, makes sense to me. HOA is getting someone a hard time, so the person built the band, Rewind that! What the hell? HOA was giving someone a hard time. So the person built a bat habitat in their backyard. Once bats moved in, the HOA couldn't do anything about it because the bats are federally protected. Holy crap! Who knew Sense ass is hotter than a Hot Pocket gets in a microwave? Dude, that is a bold claim. That is a bold, bold claim. Oh. Office separate from the window? Oh, that's interesting. It's not a bad idea. The thing is, though, is that I'm all set up in here. And so, when I'm working, I like to work at the Deluxe. I like to work. I got a nice setup here. It's pretty nice. I have my laptop right here, and my PC, and yeah. Do you guys want to hear a weird story? No, I won't tell you that one. And nobody would. No. No, I can't. I can't, D-Bag. I shan't. I shan't. It involved too much about my work. You'd know who I worked for. Sorry. I know. Douche chill. I gotta find an awesome new setup you can create. I mean, with how much more money? My lord, how much do you want me to spend? I can't. Won't? Either. Both. For Folgers, it's true. Oh. Yes, that's right. With a Coke can? Good lord. I'm in Quay for my final PvP, and then afterward, what do we do? Set works at Disney Plus. Who could have guessed? Oh boy. How'd you guys figure it out? I thought I was being sneaky. But like, I'm a private stripper for Disney Plus. It's not weird. I don't like work for, I mean, that would be weird. I'm just on the payroll. It's nothing crazy. It's not weird. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Andor. Closed captioning for pornos. Actually, I do English translation for pornos, but I don't speak any other languages. I just kind of fudge it, so I just kind of yell what I think is going on. So like, and I do both voices, or however many voices there are on set. And so basically, you know, however many people are in the room, I'm always like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. You do it the best, better than anyone ever did to me. And generally, that's how it goes, and it's like, oh yeah. I'm gonna feel you like the void in my heart, left when my parents abandoned me. I always try and insert some kind of narrative, you know, just to keep it interesting. I just do the English voiceover. Yeah. You know, just to really keep it interesting. Sure. Yes. The ASL translator? No, it's true. Yeah. I could do that. Say, oh yeah. No? Be pretty bad. I'm wondering how the step. So this is one of the things that just wouldn't come across very well. Okay. So, because there's all the stepmom, step sibling, you know, all that kind of shit. Oh, really? That's awesome. That's hilarious. You're not on that team? Well, why not? Sounds like it's time for a promotion. Here's what you do. You make your own, and then you submit it with perfectly captioned scenes. Well lit, the caption, everything's perfect, on point. Add some nuance to it and be like, I'd like to tender my promotion. And they'll be like, it's flawless. I think that's what you do. That's the move. Stand out. Stand out. Treats, stand out. is not harassment if you're having a huge erection the entire time. I'm pretty sure, by the way, that's not accurate. Don't take that to the legal team. Yeah, and I would use that. I would use those words too. I'm here to tender my promotion. Bosses love that sort of energy. Really goes well. Thank you. Yes. I always, and Darklight Smooth Wolf, this isn't commentary on you, it isn't commentary on your name, but I'm always, and I want you to know, you and I, we've seen one another quite a few times here in the streaming field. Always, without fail, fight the urge. Fight the urge with vigor and tenacity. I fight the urge to abbreviate your name. Because it would definitely be DLSW, but I know for a fact that I would say DSLW every single time. You know what I mean, Andrew?
Yeah, I get you.
I would do it every single time. DL? That's not a bad idea. But I know for a fact I would still call him DSLW. And that doesn't translate, that's not the same thing. Oh, this is what I'm trying to avoid. DL Smooth Wolf. Can I just call you Smooth? Too smooth. Aggressively smooth wolf. What about AGW? Wait, that's Argon Wolf. That's not the same.
Okay, so I need to
Silver
ask,
Wolf. Silver Wolf AG. Yeah, go ahead.
Caldwell, how do you actually pronounce your name?
I say Adam.
I say in my head, I keep going to Admiral.
Well, I hope you know what you've done. He's now going to exclusively insist that we call him Admiral.
Admiral Caldwell.
Ooh, yeah. Hello? So, one thing that you guys should know about ASL, and the reason I'm bringing this up, is because it's gonna come up here in a moment when I start signing for you guys. That if you say no, it doesn't mean the same thing as no, okay? Now I know what you've heard your whole life. No means no. Well, know this. No means no except in ASL. Because two words sound the same, if they're an onomatopoeia, that doesn't mean that it's the same thing in sign language, in ASL, okay? So, no, like negative, like no step bro, what are you doing, like that.
I don't think I've ever heard no step bro.
Probably not, I would say probably not, but that is no, okay, that's no, okay? So, but if you know something, that's different, like I know that this is wrong, but my body says it's right. Like that kind of a thing. Like I know that. I know that. I know that. Okay? Right. So you get the difference. There's no, and because they sound the same to us does not mean they are the same in ASL. We understand this. But this is what I mean, is that I think that there would be a lot of problems. I think there would be a lot of problems if somebody was doing some kind of a translation for ASL. That would be a problem. Your brain hurts? Damn. Damn. Oh yeah. There's that senpai. I have word from Sarah that this week, while we're on vacation, is when it should be done. Sarah, are you still there? She's dead. Sarah's dead. No, she's not. She's taking Erica to her place. I totally forgot.
Oh! Kitty Treats is here.
Yes.
I have new stuff for Kitty Treats.
Methamphetamine?
To add to her collection.
Oh. What is this?
So there's that one.
It's gonna get better here pretty soon. I mentioned Erica's moving out this week, actually.
And
it's gonna get better here.
That one.
That's what you want. Comment on the video. I don't want to. I have nothing intelligent to say. Comment on the video. I don't want to. I have nothing intelligent to say. All right. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? That's what we all want. That's what we all need. Thank you, Andrew, for your submissions.
Of course.
To my growing library of embarrassment. So, Andrew, are you excited to do Manon dailies tomorrow?
I'll be doing them.
Oh, well, okay. I mean... I have nothing intelligent to say. That one? Sure. Yeah, alright. Okay. I mean, I'm going to do them. I mean, isn't that enough for you? Hello? I'm over here stunned like a mother. Bro. Where's the hole?
And where's the hole?
Ooh. You're excited to get addicted to Swoder online gambling tomorrow? Hell yeah. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. Can it be over, please? No? Alright. Grab back? No. No, I don't. Who? Oh my god, were they talking to me? That's so embarrassing. He thought I killed something I didn't, I assure you. No, I mean, it's not. I mean, like if you go to like, I'm gonna read it here because I don't actually know what it is. Ah, here we go. So if we read my Twitter bio here, it just says, I'm Sent Sterling, I commit sound bites to the internet that I'm sure will never come back to haunt me. That's sarcasm. And that's a fact. That's a fact. This is all just factual. So yeah, I'm here for it. I know what this is. I know what this is. Yeah. The best part of waking up is Sent Sterling in your cup. How's that? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you needed? Oh, that's true. He's nearly done it. The worst, the unthinkable. But you know. Did I utilize? No, not yet. I have been doing nothing in high res, high definition, HD Blu-ray. Jack shit. And it's been wonderful. I decided that I was gonna do nothing the first couple days of my vacation. And I've been doing it. Oh boy, you guys would be proud. Oh, you'd be proud of me. It's been fantastic. Oh, yeah, and I feel basically jazzercised, and I'm ready to do tomorrow. 40K down? Well, and I think it's about to happen. We're probably gonna finish this and right. Chill. Then, well, no, I'm basically jazzercised. I'm ready. I am so ready. And, yeah. Should be good. Should be good. I'm personally excited about it. And, well, shit. Shit! Don't I? I have the jazzercised duffel bag set. They didn't box mine, it was too much. They had to have a small Egyptian mercenary crew, the same one that built the temples, just their kids, bring the duffel bags to me. It was an enormous set. I'll be paid off in 47 years of monthly payments of $19.95. It's kind of a steal, actually.
If you think about it, that's like about $20 a month, you know?
That's pretty good. For that, it was pretty good. No. I would never. This is what this is, you know how like Sith Masters are always worried about like teaching their Padawans everything that they know because then they can overtake them? I worry. I stay up at night. This is the reason that I can never sleep. I'm constantly in fear that others would know as much as I do, and then try and jazzercise at a level higher than me. Yo, what's up, Clifford? How you doing? And frankly, I don't want that. I don't want others to jazzercise as well as I do, so I'll never teach anyone. It's my little secret. What's going on? You're good, you're good, you're good. I'm excited about the game update. Yes! God, yes! And also no. But for the most part, yes. For the most part, for the most part, yes. Yeah. For the most part, yes. Watching the progression race tomorrow? No. I have so many things going on tomorrow. Yes, I am. I'm excited about taking it and filming the whole goddamn thing. And then I'm thinking on the morrow, hard mode R4 tomorrow? No. But, Andrew, you'll love this. They lowered the health and the damage of operations.
I saw that.
Both.
I saw that.
In general. And,
yeah, so I was thinking, I think we should test our findings and see if we can just straight up kill all 4 of the Trandoshans on.
Dude, you're not alone. People were suggesting that. You know, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see, huh? I mean, why question fate, you know? I'm honestly, is this an offhand? Is it main hand? I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited, and I don't want to hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. So here's what we're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna talk about heresy. So if you guys don't know, for a 10-minute window, we're gonna talk about something called Warhammer 40K. And when we talk about it, what we're going to do is go through. I agree, Yoko. I agree. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you for that. We're going to put 10 minutes on the clock, and we're going to talk about Warhammer 40K. Why are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do that because I'm going to be doing a role-playing tabletop Dark Heresy via stream in, I don't know, it depends on when Twitch relinquishes me of my exclusivity contract. But, and an eye patch. You guys are great. So, the 10 minutes we're gonna talk about 40K, and we're gonna talk about a segment of 40K, and hopefully introduce some of you guys to this world a little more. So, all right. So, as always, we do have a keep it tight.
It's time to keep it loose.
Let's keep it loose. That's the wrong one.
Straighten up, Sterling.
That's the right one. All right. Yes, I'm a Twitch partner, and so I may only stream with Twitch. And I plan on streaming this via YouTube for a number of reasons. One is that the videos don't have to be exported to YouTube at that point. They're on YouTube, and I can cut and color them there. Really get a nice hair situation going there. Very nice hairstyle. And the other reason is that I've lost content in export from Twitch to YouTube before. And I want all the sessions to be available because there's going to be 4 different precincts in the same city, depending on your availability, your personal time. I want them to be available for anyone to view what else is going on in the city, and for anybody interested to get the whole thing. And so, pretty much. So, that's that. So yes, if you guys wouldn't mind meeting me over into the void, here we are. That was a little cleaner. That was a little bit cleaner that time. We're a little bit cleaner. That's right.
We're getting there.
I was closer to Mario than I ever was before. So, now, what we're gonna do is I'm going to apply the eye patch and the snorkel, and I'm gonna maintain proper posture, and I'm gonna take a drink, and we're gonna talk about 40K for 10 minutes, okay? Let me pull up that timer. Yes, the Minecraft server. Not what I wanted, thank you. Over here, there it is, and sugar-doo-doo. It seems to be, oh, I hit it. There it is. Perfect. All right, there it is. All right, here we go. Okay, the scary pirate lives here only when you make him. It's not my fault. I don't live here any more than he does. Talking about 40K on the Minecraft server? Well, it's my server, so, you know, sure. What's the giveaway word? Oh, we don't know yet. They're gonna be a lot.
Only Sarah knows.
Only Sarah knows, and she won't make one up till Wednesday. So, you know, we'll find out then. All right, so eye patch first. I found works better. What do you guys think? You're
I like it.
Oh, Sterling. Sterling, it's the one that makes it harder on you. Duh. Okay.
I think the eye patch over the snorkel works better.
Anyway. Oh, yeah, overpowered. That's lovely. Thank you for that. Oh, God.
God damn it, overpowered. I was going to wait till he starts talking.
All right, I'm going.
Whoa.
Now.
20-second wave.
I know, you're shocked. We're all shocked. Okay, so while I try to focus on making the wave happen with my eyebrows, I'm going to take, that's not the right one, a drink. All right, now we're going to talk about Warhammer 40K. I think we did 20 seconds. All right. So, we did Warhammer 40K. We can talk about this heresy. Heresy, why, who, what. There is an entire division of the Inquisition devoted to heresy. What's the Inquisition? Figure it out. We already talked about it a lot. Anyway, there's an entire subsect of the Inquisition devoted to investigating, rooting out, and solving heresy. What is heresy? Well, okay. The deal is this. Thank you. The deal is this. We mentioned before that parallel to our world, there is an entire ethereal bullshit. And that's where literal gods of chaos live. It's a problem. They are made and empowered by basically bad vibes. If Andrew comes over and he's like, oh my god, we should kill both of our parents. And I'd be like, and bathe in their blood? And he would be like, and bathe in their blood. Oh my god, great minds think alike. That's not great. Because when we go kill our parents and then bathe in their blood and then have some kind of weird, like, family reunion where everyone is like eating the family, this is all getting pretty depraved, but heresy is pretty fucked up. The fact that this is all so depraved and then we're killing our family and bathing in their blood, this is all giving juice to the gods of chaos. Some people, just like in this world, for whatever reason, they're like, that's terrible. I think I want to be a part of that. I think I'd like to be a part of that right there. That's what I want to do. For whatever reason, people are like, I like that there are things that are powerful, and simply because you told me not to, I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. It's a thing. It's kind of like, oh, why though, Kelly Mac? For what reason is there any? I don't think there's any problem. I am a perfectly serious gentleman. Perfectly serious. Anyway, I'm just realizing that's gonna be a clip here in about 20 seconds. Anyway, the thing I was trying to say is that heresy, what's up, Cricket? Come here. Heresy is bad.
Speaking of heresy, what's up, Cricket?
Heresy is basically the act of being a butthead, where you go through that process, that planning of, hey Andrew, like, did you check your DMs? Because, bro, when are we gonna meet up and bathe in our parents' blood? That right there, that's heresy. Learning about the demons, the shit in the other world, that's heresy. Pledging yourself to them, literally committing the acts and atrocities for empowering them, which does empower them, is heresy. And on the far end of heresy, saying, hey, tit for tit, homeboy, if I sacrifice my parents and convince my other relatives to eat them and then kill them, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. If I do that, will you come live inside me?
You gonna hook me up with that good?
Are you gonna come live inside me? And a lot of times, greater demons will be like, yeah, bro, it's gonna be everything you asked for. You're gonna love it. And the people are like, oh, I bet I will. The Inquisition is mean, and they think I shouldn't do it. I'll show them how much I'll like it. You won't. You won't like it. You won't like it at all. But they don't know that. So, what they do is, they do it. And that's all heresy. And in the, like I said, in the extremes, you can manifest a minor demon. Or, if you're psychically gifted, potentially even a major demon. Which is a problem. It's problem enough that you might need to call in Astartes. And Astartes are basically a rumor. That's Space Marines. Astartes are basically a rumor in the 40k world. They're the super soldiers. You guys have seen Space Marines. And in the case that somebody actually does see one and like, oh my god, they're real, that means you're pretty well fucked. If you see a Space Marine, it's like seeing Master Chief in the Halo world. There's no reason for anyone to see the Master Chief. There's no reason for that. Thank you guys. There's no
here
reason.
We are, just a bunch of farmers on this planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh,
And then Chief
what are those
rolls
big
up.
guys in armor?
Yeah,
Wonder
hey,
why they're here.
where are the defensive points of this establishment? It's a farm. Yeah, there's no reason, and you shouldn't want to. There's not a reason for you to need to see them. And honestly, Astartes, I would say, just because the number of people out there, versus the number of people in the Halo world, it's actually scarier to see in Astartes. It's bad. And so heresy. Heresy would be investigating, engaging in, basically doing anything but telling the police about heresy. And even then, most people probably wouldn't do it. Because if you went to the police and you were like, oh, coppers, the people over there are engaging in heresy, they'd be like, and what do you know about heresy? And you'd be like,
how do you know about heresy?
No, I just heard about, and they're like, I bet you did. I bet you did.
You wouldn't happen to have read about it in a book, would you?
Yeah. You're not doing any of that reading, are you? Ignorance is not bliss. It is mandatory. And in this case, actually helpful for you. If you find out about heresy, it's like an infection. It's not good. You don't want to do that. It starts small, and from that little nougat, it actually grows. It's kind of shitty, because you want to rebel against the establishment. I know you do, citizens of the Hive cities. We all do. But in this regard, perhaps even only this one regard, the establishment is right. You don't want any part of that. In fact, it's not even like an overcorrection to purge. Now, reactions to heresy are varied, depending on the Inquisitor who is called to respond. Bro, it's 10 minutes on the clock. We have to. And it's important for the Dark Heresy role-playing we're gonna do. So, when you are responding, oh, with the snorkel? Well, we have 10 minutes to talk about it with the snorkel. It's a 10-minute ride-on. You just put it in, I have to do it for 10 minutes.
It's almost like somebody realized early on that the timing was perfect.
Yeah, great. So, how nice. My point here, there are many different ways to respond. You can go in with heavily armed troops, kill everyone in their lineage, kill everyone they've ever talked to, and then light everything on fire and be like, well, I think we did a good job. That's one version. Or you can say, hey, there was some pretty high-level heresy on the planet. We're going to bombard it until we can see the planet's core. And it's like, oh, but after we evacuate everyone though, right? No.
Did I say after we evacuate everyone?
That's not a part of it. Everyone dying is a necessary, that's why we're doing it. It's not for excavation. It's because we need every single person on here to be gone, to be melted, to be nothing. Because of what some of them knew. It can spread. And there we go. That's that. So, hey buddy, what's going on? Feels good. Feels good, that JPEG. So, like I said, you can go from Exterminatus to we burned out the entire layer. Heresy's bad. Heresy's really, really, really bad. That's exactly right, Legged Shepherd. That's exactly right. Freedom! Yeah, it's true. All right. Now meet me back over in the game. We're not done yet. We have so much more to do. Oh, what's up? How we doing? We made it back. And in mostly one piece, it looks like. Cricket's over here all like, He looks so scared. That means Sarah must have gone outside or something. Maybe locked him out. Maybe she's taking a shower. I don't know. But he's not involved and he's very worried about it. Okay. So, the next thing that I wanted to do is actually, weirdly enough, a little bit of leveling. Because tomorrow, I kind of want to start pushing some people through the Manon dailies. And that means getting some of these slackers a little more leveled up. 77 on bottom, Brent. Sounds like you need to get up there, buddy. So, you know, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl. Just a little bit. And yeah. Oh, boy. I'm also shocked. I didn't think that talking about the updates is going to take an hour and a half. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by just how long that took us. Alright. I'm still using a very, very good. And love that thing. Being thorough. Sure. Yeah. And I think we were pretty thorough. It seems as though there are some changes that are being made that weren't listed, which is interesting. I'm impressed by the amount of notes that they had. Is it possible that they aren't being added tomorrow? They're being pushed off? Feels good, JPEG? Thank you. Oh. Alright. Alright, here we go. Oh, really? They're already... Oh, really? Well, there we go. For some. Oh, okay. Well, that's off. Now that's being thorough. Alright. Well, shit. There goes that possibility then. It's just not included in the notes. Okay. Well, you know, I appreciate you being thorough there and letting us know too. What isn't being added? What isn't being? What hasn't been noted in the notes? We don't need everything, just the kind of rundown. Or if you have a link we can check out, that'd be great. Oh, god damn it. Stupid backward infleet. Oh. Okay. Alright. Well, you know what they say, those goddamn shadows, they live too long. I say that anyway. I say it all the time.
All the time.
Yes, with great relish and vigor. Okay, so these are all fun. I agree. Yes, Iacona, I couldn't agree more, actually. Let's see. 77. I want to get a couple more up to 80. It's kind of too bad that you have to be caught up on the, I really appreciate it. As somebody with a lot of alts, I really appreciated the fact that you didn't have to be caught up in order to jump ahead to Onslaught. I thought that was marvelous. They don't seem... Well, they haven't made that adjustment for the other things yet. I don't know. I would like that to be a thing. Doing SOV on a lightning sword can be done before you finish a stream. No shit. Could be. Spirit of Vengeance is a good one. I like that one a lot. Especially because it isn't as long as it was when it came out in story mode. I don't know what that's about. What kind of endgame content does this game offer? Ooh, boy. Well, quite a few raids. Also, it depends on what you mean by endgame. We also have PvP. We also have I would say there's a lot, but it really depends on what you mean. So there are Master Mode, Flashpoints, Master Mode, Uprisings, Master Mode. Basically, there are 3 difficulties of most of our operations, which are the big raids. And there's also, I mean, depending on your interests, people will say that Space Barbie, the act of dressing up and dressing up your strongholds, is the true endgame of any MMO. And that's a big part of it. There's PvP, both ranked and unranked. There's... Man. There's a lot.
GSF?
Yeah, yeah, GSF, that's true. Sure. Yeah. It's dope. It's dope. And the game's constantly changing. We have a big update tomorrow, adding weeklies, which is, I would say, a big part of the end game. Maxing out the reputation on the events and the different reputations. One is being added tomorrow. It's a thing. There's also Galactic Seasons when we have one of those active. We don't have one at the moment. Guild management is also endgame, although I think probably Orbithin and several others are laughing right now. Technically, I'm the GM of 4 guilds, which I do very little management of, and that's the real endgame, sure. BSing while I'm in queue.
Doing laps around fleet, waiting for the queue.
Oh yeah, I would fucking love to see a heat map of all my characters for the entire game, planet by planet, fleet by fleet. There's a huge fucking bright white hot ring around the outside of fleet. I have worn this battle plate down. Man, I don't know. I have Yeah, I wouldn't do that though. No, I would do voice chat. You don't want to read any of this. Don't. In fact, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Don't worry. There we go. Actually, let's see here. Yep. Okay. That's where I'm gonna cut that off. Yeah. And there's also achievement hunting, which is huge. There are also some, and it's kind of hard to describe these because they're a little involved. Some very difficult, very rewarding Easter egg style accomplishments that you can make. And it's hard to describe them, but I would consider those the ultimate achievements in game. Oh, Andrew, you're gonna love this. And also probably hate it because it wasn't available to you when you did it. Hateful Entity is now going to drop tech fragments. So, you missed out. You missed out.
Why the fuck would I care?
Bro, I said that. I was like, I don't think that people who are doing Hateful Entity care about
Give
that.
2 shits about tech fragments.
No, dude, no. You must, though. You must. This mount here is the Wedge, which is what I prefer to nickname Bottom Brent, this Marauder here. The Wedge over here is the Prinaw Congregate. It was a special mount for going to one of the cantinas. Now I didn't go, but somebody who went gave me their code, and I plugged it in. And here we go.
I'm not worried about missing out on those tech fragments Scotty's beaming, because I don't plan on ever fucking doing Hateful Entity again. So...
No, are you sure? Yeah, Hateful Entity and Hateful Essence both now drop tech fragments, and so Andrew missed out. Big time. Big time. Big time. It was funny though. I'm really happy that your reaction was so perfectly aligned with what I said. Well, the cantina is what they call like the SWOTR get-togethers. So if you do like a SWOTR get-together, it's called the cantina. They used to have them every year until COVID, and they haven't really done it since. Now, hey, have fun at stream Thursday? Yeah, let's do it. Alternatively, how would you guys feel about trying out the boss's changes on gods? For real, Thursday, for real.
Are they doing anything other than just reducing their health?
And damage.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
They say it doesn't matter how much health fucking Isaacs has if he's still one-shotting us with Omni Cannon.
Precisely. Nightmare. Sure. Pug Group Finder R4 Thursday. I do want to try R4 before next week. And I don't mean hard mode, of course. I mean actually try it. I can't imagine success.
Nimnefra is going to be a hell of a farm.
Yep. We're definitely doing that. I mean, like, a lot. I don't mean right away, I just mean it's gonna be a thing. You haven't seen a lot of it in this stream, you're gonna see a little more. You know what, I'll tell you, I have to get up early tomorrow. We're gonna go to the room. Meet me in the room, y'all. Meet me in the room. Let's go. Ting! There it is. My mute has to be readjusted. I unplugged and replugged a lot of stuff this weekend, so the mute has to be redone. But tomorrow I'm gonna have AC. And an update to SWOTR. A long-awaited update. For what I've told you is one of my very, very favorite things coming to the game, which is the goddamn Manon Daily area. I need that in my life. Ooh. Everything was ruining an ERP guild. I have no doubt. Oof. Gods, hard mode, 16-man, all heals. Sure. Yeah. And when are you doing that without me, Niner? When are you doing that? EV somehow become unbeatable? I would fucking love that. I would love that. What I will do, though, depending on what the big adjustments that they're making have I don't think so. Depending on what the actual in-game changes look like, I think it's not a bad time to start bringing people to hard modes. Things like EC, TFB. Depending on what some of these large-scale changes look like. I don't want to go and say right away we're going to be doing it, but I like the implication. Because it means a way to involve people in the mechanics without guaranteeing failure. So I'm kind of looking forward to that potential. I don't know though. Definitely getting a lot more people involved with things like gods, which I would still say more than half. More than half of people have probably not played or beaten at least gods. More than half. I would say that's not unfair. Maybe they went in, maybe they did a boss, maybe they did 2 bosses. I would say more than half. I don't think that's outrageous. I think that's probably a thing. But I'm waking up early tomorrow. You never even done a single one? Riel. When can we pencil you in? When are you free? Right, yep, I would say the same thing. Farm more stalkers fairly easily. We'll have to see. I'm interested to see how this all looks, really. I think it's gonna be nice, and if it's too much, we gotta take advantage of it. I'm not one to not take advantage of it. If it's within the game and it's not breaking the TOS, and they over-nerf a lot of these things, we're gonna go get ours. That's all I have to say about that. So, cast your net wide and feed the information back here. If you guys find anything out, you keep me updated. Keep us all updated on the Discord. Ooh, shit. Riel, you're saying the magic words. We're gonna be doing some stuff. Ugh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I can feel it in my tender bits. You don't? Mac, it's time. It's time. Mac, it's time. Okay, and speaking of time, I'm about out for the night. Andrew and I have been the Tunnel Snakes.
Good night, everybody.
I've been Saint Sterling, and I will see you in an updated Swoter tomorrow at 8 p.m. You have a good night. Stay tuned for the credits. Oh, credits. Why must you fight me so? Night after night, I click roll credits, and it's all like, there's no stream. WTF, and I'm like, it's right there, and it's like, oh, lol, K.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that. I thought you meant
didn't think you meant that.
I thought it was the other stream. Oh, my B of, oh, okay. All right. Good night, says Cricket. Oh, good night all. We'll be seeing you tomorrow.